What's going on, everybody? Saying SC back with another Retrocast with my boy Ideas. Got a special game for you here. Look at that 2008-2009 Winners League. Should be a great one here. We got Fantasy versus who?
Are you asking me?
Who else am I asking? Come on, let's go.
Okay, it's Jangbi. I hyped him up last time. We love Jangbi, don't we, folks?
Absolutely we do, and we've got a 1-0 lead here for Fantasy going into this.
So this is
Go ahead.
The Winners League. These are teams facing off. And Winners League is like you win one game, you stay on, and then the team sends out the next guy. So Fantasy did win one, and now Jangbi's coming up.
Sounds a lot like KCM, man. Sounds a lot like KCM, except
but with race mixing and whatever. Yeah.
SKT T1 has always been a powerhouse. Big old company there backing these teams, giving them a ton of money to practice. I'm sure these guys have been living in team houses, just grinding out games like crazy, you know, 12 hours a day. Look at that face. That is the face of a champion right there. Fantasy spawning over here in the top left. Jangbi over in the right. And you want to tell us some more about this game?
Yeah, this is just not any like epic tournament stakes, just a regular Winners League tournament game. And I remember this was a pretty awesome game. This is around the peak of Jangbi's all-time ELO peak of Protoss vs Terran. He has according to TLPD on Team Liquid, he has the highest Protoss vs Terran ELO peak of all time. Pretty good Protoss vs Terran player. And then Fantasy, of course, one of the greatest Terran players of all time. These guys, they're pretty good. And Fantasy was a little bit more up and coming at this point. This is like early 2009. And Jangbi had he already has like 2 silver medals at this point. But you know, he's pretty good. And that's basically all the setup.
I love to see that crowd there, the Korean crowd looking good.
SKT had a mascot.
That's crazy. They really put the money on the line for this team, and that is fantastic.
What's that small company that's sponsoring Jangbi's team, the Samsung? You ever heard of them?
Yeah, Samsung. An absolute conglomerate as well. Just huge companies sponsoring these guys, making sure that they put their nose to the grindstone every single day, practicing like crazy. We're on a Medusa, by the way. This is interesting map, and especially interesting because we just got it back at KCM, by the way.
You're right. That's why I thought of this game, is I saw that Medusa was played last week on KCM, and it got me thinking about this game. But yeah, Medusa's an old map. It was new in this season, or it was new in like 2009 or 2008 or something. Like they basically had to figure it out around this point, but you know, that was when it was new.
Bisu on screen. Who's
Stork
that on the
screen.
left? Stork. Oh shit, that's Stork. Oh, I barely even recognized him. Look at that haircut.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's a little cutie back then. Damn.
Dude, Bisu looks the same.
Yeah, he looks so similar. True. Oh, this is awesome. This is amazing.
Yeah, it looks like Jangbi went for the 12 next in that little back mineral expansion on the top, and then Fantasy just kind of going for what I don't know, make it a factory. Not really a build decision yet, besides not doing a quick expansion.
Oh, look at this 2-gate from Jangbi right after the Nexus, so he's gonna be pretty safe here, pumping in a lot of Dragoons. It's gonna take map control and put some pressure possibly on Fantasy. Fantasy hasn't taken a base yet, has he?
No.
Yeah, the picture quality here is not bad, but it is a little hard to see the minimap still.
Yeah, especially when it's these colors on this tile set.
Yeah, absolutely. And Medusa is a very fun map. It has those back mineral patches with the stacked temples there that leads onto a high ground behind your main base. There's also a base up on that high ground. It's a mineral only, and that's the base that's the chosen location for Jangbi to start his first expansion, which is a little bit interesting. Should be taking that third here pretty soon. Actually, I see something on the map. No, it's not a Nexus. Looks like maybe a Dragoon out there in the front, and some mining going on here. He's actually mining out those minerals at his own.
Yeah, he doesn't want Jangbi to mineral hop over there because he's going for a 2 factory.
Got it. So a 2 factory coming out from Fantasy, taking away that opportunity to jump over the mineral pouches and just going for a kill move here. We'll see how this push goes. Tank with a bunch of Marines coming across the map here. He's waiting for, I think, a Vulture to pop out. Should be going for some Vulture upgrades here. Speed and possibly mines first. And we'll see how this fight actually turns out with the 2 Dragoons out here in the front and double gateway production going. He should have enough if he micros correctly here to take on this fight. Just needs to use some hold position micros, slowly fall back here, deal as much damage to the Vulture as possible, and don't allow mines right up inside the main. But he doesn't have a natural out in front to defend, so this is a good position for Jangbi. Jangbi just gonna fall back all the way to the natural here. He can even fall back into the main if he wants to, and he gets that mine there as well. Pushes everything back. Oh, are we gonna have Fantasy jump stuff over here, or what is the plan right now for Fantasy? Because he's not shoving forward like you would regularly do with a 2-fact play. He's gonna kill the temple. This is all being spotted here by that spotter pylon on the high ground from Jangbi. Where is he going to go? Is he actually gonna try and break up this? He's bringing up more SCVs. He is gonna mine this out and try to get on that high ground. This is an existential threat.
He's shooting it down with the splash damage from the tanks.
Right, the stacked temples, they die much quicker to that tank fire because they have that splash damage. The floating barracks here on the high ground is going to be pushed away. Can he actually move tanks through this area with the just... Can he actually go through?
You can, but he's not going to.
Oh, really? Is this just a total fake? All of the Dragoons have gone to the other side. He's got this little pylon wall here, but he's going to get into a great position right up in the front without the Dragoons to stop. Jangbi, he's waiting for a Reaver to pop out here. Reaver is critical to try and hold on against this attack, doing a great job of targeting down the mines as they pop down. But he's going to run forward. Oh, no, the mine! Oh, the mine hit there was so big, killing off a couple of Dragoons. He's gonna dive on top of the tank. He needs to go after this next tank. 3 are gonna run forward here, and he gets the one more shot. Oh, just barely not able to connect. Another great mine there, picking off a couple more Dragoons. These tanks are relatively low, but the Dragoons likewise taking a lot of damage here, and Vulture's just streaming in. He's gonna run forward, try to drag a mine. Can he actually get a mine to drag? No, he cannot. Here comes that shuttle with the Reaver. Gonna get one shot off. He picks off that first tank. Go after the other one. Just one more Reaver shot maybe to pick off that other tank. Needs to focus down the mines here. Not doing a great job of that. Loses one of the Dragoons. Here comes a shot from the Reaver. Hits onto the tank. He just needs one more shot to finish this off. Oh, goodness. He's not paying attention. Good thing he manages to just barely pick that up in time. Keeps that Reaver alive. That is of utmost importance. Dropping the Reaver in such a precarious position there, just barely not getting hit by those mines. Some damage coming down on these probes though from the Vultures on the high ground and the low ground, simultaneously dealing a lot of damage here. Oh, he tries to get the mine to blow up there on the tank, but just not able to get it done. Take one shot with the Reaver. There we go. He gets the tank. That is a big kill there because this Reaver can clean everything else up. Nice wall as well on these minerals here. Up on the high ground, keeping the Vultures from actually getting on top of those probes. Some more Vultures coming up here. They're going to throw down mines on top of the gateways, dealing a lot of damage to anything popping out there. And oh my god, that was so close. That Reaver just barely jumping back up into the shuttle as the mines exploded, getting rid of the mines and dealing some damage to those Vultures. Kind of a 2-in-1 combo there, and he's going to go for this last Vulture. He has to get rid of this because he's not able to mine at this moment. Dropping down the Reaver. He's looking for a location where he can actually fire here. Fantasy on the edge of winning this game, but I think he's been held off. No! The Reaver goes down. Oh, that's such a big moment here. The Reaver can kill all these rallying vultures if only it's positioned properly and not able to get hit by mines, but it got damaged there by the mine, got taken out. And now the vultures rallying forward are actually a massive threat, able to continuously pick off these goons. And there's 2 more mines going to connect on these goons here, just picking them off and reducing the count even further. My god, is Fantasy gonna do it? He doesn't have many probes left. Jangbi's just right on the edge of defeat here. More and more mines coming down. Oh, a really great mine drag there, actually killing off quite a few of those vultures and the mines at the same time. Still just sending in the vultures, though. This rally from Fantasy, absolutely relentless. 1 probe in the natural there, up on the high ground. Just not good enough here to actually produce off of these 4 gateways, not to mention keep everything popping out alive against all the mines that have been thrown down. He's finally starting to clear this out, but his probe count is insanely small. Jangbi is in such a horrible position at this point. He's not able to hold on to these probes. Just keeping these alive is proving to be incredibly difficult. He's trying now to finally get those dragoons out in the front and maybe shore up that wall there, but he just hasn't been able to do it. Here comes some more vultures. He's finally going to clear out the mines, and Fantasy in a fantastic position here with more factories coming up, his natural being mined. Oh god. And since he killed those temples, another route for killing probes has been opened. Such forethought from Fantasy to open up those temples, just give himself that extra harassment path. A Reaver now coming across the map. He's gonna try to do something with this, but the Goliath is here, dropping off some zealots. He's gonna go for a shot with the Reaver. Looks like he gets a really good shot there, actually trying to run away with the Reaver to keep that alive a little longer. Oh my god, he actually gets both tanks right off the bat with just losing 1 zealot. This Reaver from high ground, it's difficult to get a Scarab to go down there without dudding, but maybe it's time to risk it. He's got to take some serious risks here if he wants to come back to this game, because Fantasy is in such a great position. Dragoons coming up to the front now. 4 Dragoons here. Only Goliath being popped out, and a single tank is going to kill that turret immediately. Fantasy actually in a little bit of a sticky situation here. He's gonna bring up the Goliath and the SCVs to try and fight. There's the shuttle dropping off the Reaver. He gets the tank. Oh my god, he can't fight with the SCVs here. The SCV's unable to take a fight against that Reaver. Just gonna have to run away. This is crazy. How many probes are back at home for Jangbi? I would say less than 10, but he's somehow managing to deny the mining here from the natural. Gonna come in once again. He's going for the surround there on the Reaver. Reaver not able to get a shot off there. Does get 1 shot, but oh man, it was on an SCV that wasn't in the group, and he loses the Reaver to an SCV drill. Are you kidding me? That never happens. And SCV drill takes that out. He's going to start lifting these Dragoons out of the surround here from the SCVs. 3 more Dragoons join the party. And Fantasy about to lose this game. This game where he was so set to win. This was absolutely Fantasy's game to lose. And it looks like he's about to. He gets that tank. A couple of Dragoons do fall for that, but the tank being picked off is so big. Here comes 3 more Dragoons making their way around the long way, I think. Actually, avoiding some of those mines, which is fantastic. The fact that he's able to get around this way, and he picks off another vulture as well. SCV's coming out unmasked to actually repair this this command center and try to hold back these Dragoons. The vultures have done such a great job throughout this game, even picking up 1 more of these Dragoons here, and without another Reaver, I don't think he can break through this location with the tank setup and the mines in the front. My god, have we finally come to a lull in this game. Crazy, crazy action the entire time. My voice.
You okay?
My voice, all right. Another one. Oh, goodness. Another huge mind connection there. He's going to drop this Reaver one more time. Gets that tank as well. Both tanks have been killed. Dragoon's going to shove forward here one more time. Getting on top of that turret. He's going to break through this location. My God, SCVs being evacuated. This 4 factory play is yet to come online fully. And he might end up losing this command center, just rushing by the mines here on the left-hand side. The Dragoon's able to slip out, but albeit barely, getting through here and actually getting over to the natural where they need to be, where the damage is being done. More SCVs getting picked off. What does Fantasy have back at home? Because I think he pulled the remainder of his SCVs to hold this.
There is no back. This is
This is it, man. This is all he has. And Jangbi gonna push through. He gets that last tank, picks off the mines as well, and Fantasy has thrown this game in a spectacular manner. Going ahead and falling back with the tank. He loses that as well. All the SCVs getting taken out, and I think just shock on Fantasy's face here. I can imagine it already. A couple more tanks push out. Look at this SCV line. There's nothing here. This looks like the Jangbi probe line from about 2-3 minutes ago when he was being ravaged by the vultures. Yeah, look at that look of anger and depressed face here from Fantasy. You can see that he's kind of accepting the loss here, just kind of processing the loss, because he absolutely had this game. He completely had this game.
Yeah, it really looked like that, right? I mean, it was a 12 next versus a 2 fact, which does just give Jangbi such a... He had so many more probes and Fantasy started off with, right? But yeah, it was just 5-6 minutes straight of vultures killing probes. Like, there must have been, what, like 30 probes killed or something?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was at a point like 5 probes in the mineral line, maybe less.
Yeah, at least in the main. I mean, he had the 2 bases though, but yeah, it was intense, and yeah, it was just, but he was definitely planning on killing Jangbi with that, and so when he didn't, it was a hard transition, and then yeah, Jangbi kept his cool, knew that Fantasy was going to be vulnerable to the Reaver if he got the Reaver, once he was able to actually get the Reaver over to Fantasy's base instead of having to use it to defend. And man, those Reaver drops to pull those vines, those were incredible. Absolutely
incredible, yeah. And that Reaver play, even though there was those 2 Goliaths in the main, they didn't have range, they weren't able to get on top of the shuttle, and Jangbi abused that map really, really well. I mean, Fantasy's plan from the beginning was amazing, going for the 2-fact, killing off the temple, and then busting the front, then sending in the rallies through the back. I mean, just brilliant there. But Jangbi, he held on, he kept his cool, as you said. He continued to pick off mines, he continued to fight there, and he got that Reaver across the map and did the damage that he needed to do. I mean, it's hard to imagine Jangbi versus Fantasy in a normal game how much damage he could get done, but you know, in that sort of situation where you've already got some turrets coming up, you've already got Goliaths, Jangbi's still able to get damage there, and he crushes through. The win goes to Samsung. And there's the whole squad up on the stage. These were the days, man. Back in Pro League was a lot of fun. Winners, what was it called? Winners League back then?
So there was Pro League, and then they would do like 5 rounds per season, and one of those rounds would be called the Winners League, where they did the all-kill format. But usually it would be like, hey, here's our lineup, and then it's like a best of 5 where each player just plays once, and then there's like an ace match at the end.
Awesome. Thank you so much for bringing this game to my attention, Ideas, and thank you guys so much for watching out there at home. We really do appreciate it, and we will see you in the next cast.